Liga season. So, Sevilla against Barcelona in La Liga tonight. And Barcelona, there's plenty of reasons still to be optimistic. Certainly the talk and the narrative in the Catalan press over the course of the last week has been, you can focus on the young players that are watching him play over the next few years. There's no doubt about that. For Barcelona, well, they come something that they can let's see. There's going to be a lot of activity. We're being told, and certainly I think you've got to spend if you're going to try and compete with Real Madrid, because Real Madrid, as ever, just march on. Don't think Ancelotti's going to stay a course. Incredible thing about Real Madrid, not just the side. He was the European Cups. Should be in the south of Spain tonight. So just run through the name of the game this evening, final match week in La Liga, and final match week. A bit of real quality out there tonight. Something that they've been lacking throughout the course of the season. And it is really disappointing for them. I mean, the 82 points accumulated after 37 games played has been something that really enough a club the size and the stature of Barcelona. I think that'll be a real cause for concern for them. is just a case of what they can do, what they can produce, whether they can really produce. Now for Barcelona at left-hand side to viz the ball into the penalty area to create something, you feel, to create a little bit of magic in the game, a little bit of quality from somewhere. Sevilla have the ball on that right-hand side, and now Sevilla pull back inside the confines of their own penalty. Through the heart of the Sevilla back. Barcelona have the ball just inside their own half, and Christensen and Pedri are starting to dominate the game. Christensen and Pedri have just got that little bit of additional quality, you feel, at times, and we've seen that in recent weeks, and we've seen the fact that they have the ability to move it round with just that sense of cohesion that Barcelona have been lacking all season, really. And I think many Barcelona fans, it's just been a case of asking, well, where's this been throughout the course of the season? Have we allowed Real Madrid to just scamper away with the league title? It is gathered now by Lopez on the left-hand side, and Barcelona have the ball once more. Mention the early balmy conditions. Anyone who's been to this part of the world, by the way, will really enjoy the city. I mean, Seville as a city, Sevilla of course the football club, but Seville as a city really is one of the great spots in Europe. I mean, the outdoor cafe, really the weather, yes, it gets very hot in summer, but the autumnal and spring weather, quite managed to produce anything, that opportunity that he had. And Barcelona in possession once again, and Barcelona looking to just a little bit of quality in that final third. Gathered now just outside the centre circle. Barcelona once again in possession and moving it intelligently on the left hand side, and Barcelona now just trying to make inroads over the top of the Sevilla back line. Couldn't quite do so though, and the ball will be gathered now by Ter Stegen back for Barcelona. And Barcelona have it again now, and Kubasi wants to come out from the back, and Kubasi just spreads the play intelligently, but Sevilla have bodies back there and alleviate the danger, and the flag was up anyway on that far side. I think one real key feature of the game tonight is going to be Lewandowski. As he gets on in years, you've seen this more from Lewandowski, just dropping a little bit more into the pocket and allowing the wide runners on either flank just to go beyond him. And I think that's where Barcelona really, when you look at the young quality they've got in this starting lineup, it is really where I think they're going to find a way to really utilise some of these younger footballers that they've got on the flanks and utilise some of that ability. I mean, you've got Fermin, the 21-year-old, Fermin Lopez, he's got Fermin on the back of his shirt, that's how he likes to be known. And of course, Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old on the opposing flank. So it's worked well in recent weeks. Is Lewandowski, the big Polish striker, just dropping off a little bit, letting the younger players overlap. And I think they've hit on a bit of a winning formula there, something that they'll no doubt take into next season and beyond. Robert Lewandowski, I mean, still had a comparatively good season. I think 18 goals to his name this campaign in the league, 34 appearances. This will be appearance number 35 of the season for Robert Lewandowski, 35 years of age. What a he has had over the years, Robert Lewandowski. I mean, absolutely magnificent in terms of the goals he's scored, the trophies he's lifted from Dortmund to Bayern and now to Barcelona. And here is Robert Lewandowski inside the penalty area. Just his first touch slightly evaded him. In fairness to Lewandowski, he was rather fired in at him very quickly indeed. Lewandowski did his best just to control the ball and just try to take custody over the ball as well. So Barcelona have been dominant in the opening 9 minutes or so of the game, and Xavi, not a professional really, Xavi, because I think when you think about Xavi's reign at Barcelona, you think about Barcelona come forward on the left-hand side, and all of a sudden Fermin's got the ball. He visited across the face of goal. Lewandowski wasn't too far away there. It was Lamine Yamal, and Barcelona are starting to really cook now, starting to turn through, because in the Andalusian early summer sunshine, it's been all Barcelona so far, of course, seeking to end the season with 4 straight wins. Are they going to be able to do it tonight? 9.5 minutes on the clock. Barcelona in possession on the right-hand side. So it is gathered once again by Barcelona, and they have the ball inside the centre circle. It's all Barcelona at the moment. They have the ball once again on the right hand side. Now Pedri seeing so much of the ball, he really is just full of qualities. Pedri pouring forwards once again, and it's gathered again now by Barcelona and gathered by Gundogan trying to make things happen, but Sevilla just trying to narrow things slightly. They're doing just that, and now forward comes Sevilla on the counter. They've scarcely had a sniff in the game so far, have Sevilla, in terms of what they've managed to produce in the opposition half, but that is certainly the name of the game for them. So, Sevilla have the ball on the left-hand side. So, in the game here. It is now on the right-hand side. Sanchez was just trying to make things happen. Campos on that hand. The key. keeping, and I think it's often a sign of how much the players are in tune with the manager, how much the players want to play for the manager. I mean, you saw it in the FA Cup final with Manchester United, and you just wonder whether this group of players still, obviously they have a huge amount of respect for Xavi for what he's achieved, but the hierarchy of Barcelona doesn't. That's really what matters. In comes the ball from Sevilla inside the penalty area. Barcelona got some defending to do, and they do so pretty well just outside the confines of their area now, and fired up towards the halfway line. And it is now going to be, this is always the case, a little ripple of applause for a man who is so close to this football club's heart. Died tragically far too young, in 16 minutes, the number 16, Puerta. So it is Ter Stegen with the ball at the back for Barcelona, and it's launched forwards now towards Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski will tussle with Sergio Ramos, two great old pros tangling. Sevilla bringing the ball out from the back now and working it neatly enough on that right hand side and trying to make things happen of themselves. I mean, they really haven't got going, have they, Sevilla, in the game so far, and that'll be certainly very frustrating for Sevilla, because they've just let Barcelona come here and let Barcelona have far too much time on the ball. I think that's always a problem when you let this Barcelona side play, because they do have still so much quality, Barcelona, and they've let them play, and the chances have come, and eventually Robert Lewandowski touching it home with ease in the end to give Barcelona the lead in the game in Seville. So Barcelona have it once again at the back, and it's been a regular feature of the game, really, hasn't it? Barcelona just having all the time in the world to pop it around. The two centre-backs have seen so much of the ball for Barcelona. It's absolutely incredible. It is once again Barcelona who have it right on halfway, and Christensen's started to make things tick really nicely indeed, hasn't it, in the heart of the field for Barcelona. Regathered once again by Christensen, and Barcelona have it once more, and now trying to play out from the back, and it's regathered now by Barcelona inside the centre circle. Christensen and Pedri and Gundogan just all popping the ball around pretty nonchalantly amongst themselves. Gathered now at the back by Koundé, and Koundé cuts in field, and all of a sudden Barcelona are purring once again. Lamine Yamal wanted a free kick, he's not going to get it for that, and it is Barcelona who fire it up towards halfway, and the ball is now at the back, and they have the ball and are now playing out from the back, and it's regathered now by Barcelona between the lines, and Pedri tried to feed it through but couldn't quite do so. Pedri is just starting to operate in those little pockets in between the lines and starting to cause more and more problems for Sevilla, who do have possession just outside the centre circle themselves. Offered absolutely nothing in the game so far, you'd have to say. Sevilla and Barcelona have the ball at the back once more, gathered now by Gundogan. Gundogan will bring it away, and it's collected now by Christensen, and Barcelona still just playing nonchalantly out from the back, and it's all two-touch stuff. It's a bit of a throwback, isn't it, to the Barcelona glory years, a very recent present, you'd have to say, as well. And Lamine Yamal was the target on the right-hand side, didn't quite come through, and so Sevilla have the ball with 20 minutes on the clock. It remains Sevilla 0, Barcelona 1. That goal from Robert Lewandowski, and it's played through really intelligently now. Could be another opportunity for Barcelona. Angles tight, Lewandowski wants the cut back. Will it come back to Lewandowski? No, it won't, and the ball just trickles out of play for a goal kick in the end. Lewandowski tried to get a toe on it, couldn't quite do so. In fact, Barcelona certainly wanted a corner kick. Again, it was really nice movement. In fact, the offside flag's gone up in the end for Barcelona, and really, when you look at this Barcelona lineup and you see what they could do tonight, albeit against a Sevilla side that are desperately short of confidence, but I think most specifically you'll look at the likes of Fermin and you'll look at Lamine Yamal either side of Robert Lewandowski, and that really, I think, will be the magic for next season. I mean, there's one or two suggestions that Barcelona are going to go and spend big in the summer on a striker. We will await to see how that pans out. Barcelona have the ball back midway through the Sevilla half, and it's gathered by Gundogan, and Gundogan does gather and tries to just flick it forward for Pedri, didn't quite come off. It's all a little bit scrappy actually now for Barcelona, but they've regained a bit of rhythm and a bit of confidence on that right hand side once again. Everything good coming down Barcelona's right, and the Catalan Giants are very comfortable, leading by a goal to nil as we approach the midway point in the first half. Barcelona have it once more with Lewandowski, and Lewandowski's 35 yards from goal, and Lewandowski's going on a bit of a mazy dribble, trying to penetrate the heart of the Sevilla backline, couldn't do so. And the final ball for Sevilla on the counter isn't a bad one at all, and will be gathered now by Luca Bacchio. Luca Bacchio trying to find a way through, couldn't quite do so, and it's given away really cheaply now to Sevilla and to Pedrosa, who manages to snatch a strike away, but never troubling Ter Stegen in the heart of the Barcelona goal. It's really the only thing that he's had to do in the game so far. And Ter Stegen just warming his gloves on this balmy evening in the south of Spain. And Barcelona have it once again on that right-hand side. Incredible how much they've used Lamine Yamal in the game so far. Lamine Yamal has it 35 yards from goal. Lamine Yamal, the 16-year-old. Yamal just slides inside, and in it goes once again. And it could be Lewandowski inside the penalty area. And Lewandowski wants a corner kick, gets a corner kick on the left-hand side. And it's a right smart one or two Sevilla defenders. But it is going to be a corner kick for Barcelona on that left-hand side. And it will be a chance for Gundogan to feed the ball into the penalty area. Carl Gundogan is teeing this one up. Barcelona's second corner kick of the game. It's going to be floated into the penalty area from the left-hand side. Gundogan, in fact, considered the short corner instead, and in the end he does go short to generate a different kind of angle for Barcelona. Gathered once again on that left-hand side by Barcelona. Cleverly worked inside the penalty area. Lamine Yamal with the ball across the face of goal. Sevilla, though, have the ball inside their own penalty area, now trying to play out from the back and do so exceptionally well. Now it's slightly more direct for Sevilla, and could be an opportunity now for Luca Bacchio on the burst. Luca Bacchio's inside the penalty area, tries to find a yard of space, does find a yard of space, and Ter Stegen with gloves just to push it wide. I think in fairness it's a pretty nice height for the goalkeeper, but take nothing away from the run, because it was very impressive indeed down that right hand side for Sevilla. And just a couple of moments in the last 5 minutes or so to suggest that they are going to cause one or two problems are Sevilla. Luca Bacchio is dangerous off the flanks, and Luca Bacchio regathers on that left-hand side for Sevilla. It's all a little bit scrappy, but Barcelona now will seek to clear, and it is going to be gathered now by Barcelona, and Lamine Yamal is the target. Yamal does gather. First touch was just slightly beyond him, in fairness. It was a difficult technique, but he's regathered. Here is Yamal. Lamine Yamal takes the strike on, and the goalkeeper makes the save down to his right-hand side as Nyland. But when the young man Lamine Yamal gets him in command positions, I mean, you really do feel as though something's going to happen. Sevilla. So it is Sevilla who have the ball inside the centre circle. Regathered now by the host. 25 minutes on the clock, and scooped out to the left hand side, and now Sevilla will gather once more, and Pedrosa tries to feed it into the confines of the penalty area. Can't quite do so. Pedrosa will have another attempt here. Pedrosa feeds it back in. Gathered now by Luca Bacchio. Luca Bacchio lays it square. Luca Bacchio tries to find a teammate and does. And all of a sudden Sevilla do have bodies forward here. They've got players forward here. And they've got options forward here. Inside the penalty area, it is swung. Martinez was there. And it is cleared by Barcelona, at least momentarily. But it's regathered now by Sevilla on that left-hand side. Luca Bacchio will gather. Luca Bacchio feeds it back inside, and gathered now by Cancelo. Cancelo collects and swept out by Sevilla, just entering a bit of a scrappy period of the game, really. Sevilla now are looking to create a little bit more fluidity in the contest. Ball has tried to be, well, they tried to play it into the penalty area. I mean, I mentioned a scrappy 2 minutes or so, neither side really managing to gain custody of the ball, and as a result, it is a Sevilla corner kick, which they'll take all day long with 26 minutes on the clock. So it is Sevilla 0, Barcelona 1, and a corner kick will be taken on that left-hand side. It's swirled into a really decent area actually, and came beyond the heart of the Barcelona back line. And Barcelona, just one of those free kicks where it went right via the 6-yard box, and I think then the suggestion was that no Barcelona player really wanted to touch it in that kind of position, and so it is out of play for a Barcelona throw. So Barcelona leading by that Robert Lewandowski goal to 0, and it was a goal scored by Robert Lewandowski that I think really epitomises the goals that he scored throughout his career, really, because he's scored some absolute crackers over the years, hasn't he? He's also scored an awful lot of that kind of goal, the kind of poacher's finish, the real impressive manner in which he's just managed to get a leg on that to create the opportunity and to give Barcelona the lead in the game. Barcelona trying to come forwards once more, but Sevilla interjecting slightly, and it is now regathered at the back by Nyland, and Nyland just pushes it away for Sevilla. I think certainly the expectation is on Barcelona to score a second here, because we look at their results of late, look at the quality they've had, look at the just the results, of course, but the ability and what they've shown to get those big results, and really managed to find a way to be so impressive. I think be so impressive in terms of just how they dismantled sides in the last 3 weeks. And I think that's what's confused one or two Barcelona fans with the, of course, recent sacking of Xavi. I felt it was just odd timing with the momentum that he's had in recent weeks. Really to Pochettino and Chelsea, coach who has finished deeply on the left hand side, control of the game, and they know they're completely in control of the narrative and the tempo here, and they moved it really smartly on that right hand side to Lamine Yamal across the face of goal, and in truth it's a poor ball from the young man Yamal. Such a talented footballer, seen plenty of him of late, but he just didn't quite manage to pick out Lewandowski, who did have the option inside, did Yamal. So it is gathered by Sevilla at the back, and Sevilla have only twice tested the gloves of Ter Stegen, and it is going to be Sevilla to gather the ball on that left hand side and gather the ball with Pedrosa. Collected again on in a really cheap area, and so Barcelona will gather right on halfway. Yamal gathers, and Yamal confidence the way he popped it around, and it is going to be another opportunity now for Barcelona to come forward. Barcelona have the ball on that left hand side, and they have it right on the halfway line. They've dictated and dominated the game so far, but only managed to score the one goal in the game so far, and they have the ball with Lamine Yamal, and he has the ball on the right hand side, but didn't quite get the allocated, I should say, purchase on it. And so it is Barcelona who, their endeavours since the goal, just haven't managed to find a way through. And now Sevilla do have the ball coming forwards on their left hand side. Gathered by Sevilla right on halfway, working it neatly through the heart of the Barcelona defence, and all of a sudden there could be an opportunity now for Hernandez inside the penalty area, and he slips it away with ease, and Sevilla back on level terms, and that came from absolutely nowhere for the Moroccan. Hernandez did so well inside the confines of the penalty area. Talk about confidence. First of all, the timing of the run is absolutely superb, and secondly, just the way with space at a premium and the angle looking to be prohibitive. Hernandez just managed to flick it home inside the area on the left hand side. Really neatly done, and it is Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1. Got a cracking game on our hands now. Certainly the tucking it beyond Testegen, perhaps Testegen will as though it come out. Does come towards the back post, and Robert Lewandowski with a header back across the face of goal, and eventually is tipped over the crossbar by Nyland, because Robert Lewandowski had the awareness, didn't he? He had the foresight just to know that I don't think he was going to score himself, so Lewandowski just very intelligently just helping it back across the face of goal, creating the opportunity, and in the end just couldn't quite apply the finish. So, corner kick now for Barcelona. Scooped up towards the back post, kept alive in a fairly dangerous area. Barcelona want a corner kick, they're not going to get it. It's going to be a goal kick, and what an opportunity that was. It was really well done inside the area, and Pedri was in the heart of things, and it was all about Lewandowski and the quality he's got, the awareness he's got, just to nod the ball back into a dangerous area, and Pedri was there, but couldn't quite apply the finish. So, ball is launched forwards for Barcelona once more, and it is going to be a free kick now. It's the first yellow card of the game for Salas, and I wonder if the referee's just been chalking up a few of these and felt as though it was the right thing to do, really, because a couple of naughtier challenges just creeping into the game from both sides, and the first yellow card of the game then for Salas, and it does go steaming in on Lamine Yamal. And I think it's just a little additional clip he has with the left foot, because he comes in, he's late, there's always a little follow through with the left foot. Only Salas himself will know the extent of which he meant to make contact with Lamine Yamal. 36 minutes on the clock, and it is Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1. Ball is now back with Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen gathers for Barcelona and tried to clip it forward but couldn't quite do so. And Sevilla now will be looking to back right in amongst it, I think, because they have the ball once again, and they've given the ball away now though to Barcelona, midway inside their own half, and all of a sudden Barcelona have a chance inside the penalty area. Really good chance in fact for Barcelona, but Sevilla with bodies back there, and Pedri with the effort, and it cannons off the crossbar, and Sevilla are rather lucky because they gave the ball away in a very dangerous area, and Pedri just fired in the strike, and it was ultimately off the woodwork. And I think he'll feel when he looks at that again as though he possibly should have tested the goalkeeper from that range, because just the way in which he managed to arc his foot around the ball, he couldn't quite supply the finish that was needed. Goalkeeper was beaten all ends up, no doubt about that. And the ball is at the back now with Ter Stegen once more. Ter Stegen feeds it out, and it's gathered by the Barcelona. Plenty of ball in this test. Barcelona have it once more right on halfway, but I think that Sevilla are just starting to leave one or two challenges in their final weekend of the La Liga season, but there's losses there. But they are leaving one or two challenges in and just making life a little bit more difficult for Barcelona, as you'd expect them to do, I think. Ball played forward now, looking towards Robert Lewandowski. Angles are cute. Robert Lewandowski, can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. Just couldn't quite take the ball with him, and it is going to be a goal kick for Sevilla. Just joining us, Robert Lewandowski with the opening goal of the game, and then En-Nesyri with the equaliser for Sevilla. So it is a very, very intriguing contest this, and a really great way to end the La Liga season. Flipped up towards the halfway line. Barcelona regather. Lewandowski just feeding it inside, and now Barcelona have it once again with Pedri. Pedri just trying to flick it forwards, and flicks the ball pretty intelligently, and it could be an opportunity there for Barcelona. Might still be, because Lamine Yamal has it, and Yamal just can't quite apply the finish. And so I think the flag might have gone up anyway against Fermin, and it is going to be a offside decision and a free kick for Sevilla. So it is 39 minutes on the clock, one apiece the score. Just joining us, it's been a really intriguing contest. We've seen two goals, and Sevilla now might have another goal, because they're clean through on goal and they want a penalty. Are they going to get it? Referee says corner. Referee, in fairness to him, was expertly placed. It was Ocampos inside the heart of the penalty area who went down, and the referee had a good long look and said no, it was Route 1 stuff, because Nyland had just launched it forwards. It was a place header, then a real mix-up at the back. Cancelo was all at sea. Ocampos was in there. Very, very scrappy passage of play. Ocampos didn't get there first, though. He's not going to get a penalty for that. Referee spot on. It will be a corner. And so, corner kick for Sevilla on that left-hand side. One apiece the score. Corner kick which Luca Bacchio will take. Luca Bacchio fires it into the penalty area and just goes up towards halfway, or very nearly went up towards halfway. But Sevilla certainly have come back into the game really well, haven't they? Certainly come back into the game really, really well in terms of what they've produced, how they've managed to find a way to create opportunities and really rattle this Barcelona side. I think with the physicality, the really great physicality that has been demonstrated by Sevilla to try to get back into the contest, to try to get back into things, and it's no doubt been a key feature of Sevilla's play and their route back into the game. So Sevilla have it with Luca Bacchio, who's been really good in this first half. It is now gathered by Sevilla on the right-hand side, and back it goes all the way to Nyland. Nyland feeds it out to his right-hand side, and Sevilla will try and regather the ball just inside the centre circle. Can't quite do so. Barcelona back in possession. Robert Lewandowski's got options left and right. Robert Lewandowski tries to go to his left-hand side. Barcelona with bodies inside the penalty area, but Sevilla likewise, and the flag goes up anyway on that far side. So it is Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1. And it's going to be a free kick for Sevilla as we approach half-time in the game. One apiece the score. It's very open, you'd expect, with the final 45 minutes of the season in the second half to be something very similar as well. No, Campos is trying to get forward here for Sevilla, and Barcelona got bodies back there, and could be an opportunity now for Sevilla. And, well, it necessarily goes down inside the area. And he wanted a free kick, but that could be an opportunity now at the back post for Sevilla, but the final effort is off target, wasn't too far off target, and I know which side wants half-time to come, and it's certainly not the host, because they're starting to push it around neatly indeed, and Sevilla wanted a penalty there. Then they went and got the ball back, referee allowing play to continue, and then when the final strike came in on goal from Sanchez, Ter Stegen, I don't think was confident whatsoever of ensuring that that one stayed out. So Campos wanted the penalty. In fact, actually it was who went down. Not going to get a penalty for that though. And as we approach half-time, Barcelona have the ball once more. They have the ball on their left-hand side, and they're shifting it intelligently, and all of a sudden Barcelona once again with bodies just inside the penalty area. The effort on goal cannons off the post. Second time in this first half that Barcelona has struck the woodwork, and Sevilla just managed to scramble it away, and it's regathered now by Sevilla just shy of the halfway line, and this has really opened up. Feels like a cup tie really. Nothing to lose out there in terms of the game for Sevilla, and they are really going hell for leather. Luca Bacchio now 25 yards from goal. It's Luca Bacchio inside the area. Luca Bacchio couldn't quite get his strike away, so Sevilla will come forwards with the ball once again. And Luca Bacchio was involved, but Sevilla do regather once more. Collected on that right hand side by Sevilla again, and he's gathered now and held into the penalty area, into a half-decent area, and off the woodwork at the other end, and all of a sudden it's so close to being Sevilla 2, Barcelona 1. Well, Barcelona struck the woodwork twice in this first half, and Sevilla now themselves have struck the woodwork, and it's a very entertaining game in the south of Spain. Barcelona coming away with the ball, very open indeed. The smiles on the fans who were inside this ground, and why wouldn't they be enjoying this very early summer day? It's just shorts and t-shirts weather in this part of the world, and Barcelona being given a little bit of a run around the last 20 minutes or so. Really poor Barcelona. Okay, they struck the woodwork a couple of times, but just the sloppiness in possession has allowed Sevilla the opportunities. One apiece as it stands as we go into stoppage time at the end of the first half. Barcelona have it once more. Yamal's trying to turn it around the corner. Likewise Lewandowski inside the penalty area now for Barcelona on the left-hand side. Lewandowski wanted the ball played into the area. It might come so now. Barcelona still in possession. It's still in possession inside the penalty area. It's palmed away by Nyland in the air. There's a real scramble of bodies in there. And Sevilla are going to bring it away, and it's basketball stuff here. It's attack versus defence. Sevilla now coming forward. Luka Bacchio wants it back, and Luka Bacchio gets it back, and all of a sudden Sevilla have bodies left and right. 3 additional minutes at the end of the opening 45. Luka Bacchio with the effort, and it's a whisker wide of the upright. My goodness, this really is turning into a cracker of a contest. Luka Bacchio at one end, after Barcelona looked as though they were going to bag another on the counter. It's a very, very ragged defensive performance on both sides, but from the neutral perspective and from those watching and listening on around the world, they will really be enjoying this one. And I know there's plenty of people who, of course, with a football club the size of Barcelona's huge international support. plug any of the gaps, and you could see in the first half exactly what the problem's been for Barcelona this season, because they were in control of the game, and then Lewandowski scored and they were in control for another 5 minutes after that, and then really they were just so sluggish at the back. They really were. It's a substitution at the start of the second half. Romeo is on for Christensen, and Barcelona did strike the woodwork a couple of times in the first half, and Sevilla struck the woodwork once themselves. Goals conceded by Barcelona this season, I mean, he's up there with the top 10 worst seasons defensively. Incredible, really. They've conceded 68 goals, I should say, conceded this season. I mean, really, really poor record defensively. They've got, I think that'll be part of the big rebuilding process of Barcelona in the course of the summer, you feel. This has just been a season where they've had to watch Real Madrid race away with the title. That really has stung, I think, from Barcelona's perspective. And see the good and the bad from Barcelona in the first half. Saw the good in the sense that going forwards there's real quality with Yamal and Lopez and Lewandowski and Pedri, and Christensen holding, Cancelo making the overlapping run, but defensively just really poor at times, really lapsed, and just lost the control of that midfield, didn't they? And as a result, it's been certainly an entertaining game for the neutral perspective. So we are up and underway at the start of the second half. It is Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1, the final 45 minutes of the La Liga season. What a cracking La Liga season it's been as well. Very, very enjoyable in terms of just what we've seen out there. Goals we've scored, the narratives, some of the moments, some of the goals this season, but absolutely superb. And it is a season where Real Madrid finish, of course, as the champions. For Barcelona, whatever happens in the remaining 45 minutes here, they will finish second in the table. For Sevilla, well, there's just the opportunity to go ahead of Getafe if they were to win today. So there still is a little bit of a motivation, should we say, to get the 3 points. Here's an attack for Barcelona. It's Lewandowski just outside the confines of the penalty area. Lewandowski and Barcelona coming forwards at the start of the second half, and Yamal was involved early on, and now it's gathered by Romeo, the substitute. There's going to be has been, I should say, a substitution for Sevilla at the start of the second half, with Marcao, the player, to come on, and Salas, the player, to come off. And Salas was on a yellow card from that first half, and the yellow card from Salas, which was really a yellow card and a half, was just a reason perhaps why he has been substituted after the opening 45 minutes of football. Barcelona have the ball right on halfway, and they put the ball around with Martinez. Martinez has the ball to Romeo. Romeo just has the ball just outside the centre circle, and it's gathered now on that right hand side by Barcelona once more. Barcelona making inroads down the right hand side, and of course Lamine Yamal with the tricky feet and a lovely body position, just the way he manages to find a way through, so impressive. And Barcelona do gather the ball once again on that right hand side, and Yamal, I mean, it's just a glorious player to watch from the neutral perspective, and you wonder where he's going to be in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, such as the quality he does have. And so it is Barcelona once again in possession just outside the confines of the penalty area. Lewandowski wanted the ball to be played into his path, quite fine Lewandowski. And so the ball is back now with Sevilla. Sevilla just trying to feed the ball through once again to Nesri. The angle's tight for Nesri. Can he find a way through? He's all by himself, got no real support. Still manages to pick up the ball and lay it off intelligently. And now it's fired to the right hand side and gathered by Sevilla once more. Martinez had a little bit of defending to do, and it's collected now by Sevilla once more. And Campos was trying to make things happen, but Barcelona fizzing up towards halfway. And of course it's gathered now by Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski past one, just gliding inside. He's running about 45 yards from goal. We know he's going to go right to Yamal, and he does just that. Yamal, the 16-year-old, gathers, walking pace for Yamal. Yamal goes back inside towards Lewandowski. Lewandowski inside towards Romeo. And in turn, it is gathered by Yamal on that right-hand side. Yamal cuts inside, and is gathered once more by Barcelona, and collected by Sevilla in turn, because Barcelona a little bit loose in possession there. It was really a feature of how things panned out in the second half. And it's gathered, well, there's going to be a card here, and there's going to be a yellow card. And a yellow card is brandished for João Cancelo, who's having a little bit of a word with himself and the referee and whoever else will listen. Just the right boot came up on Campos, and well, João Cancelo is got enough reason to be aggrieved there, because he's going for the ball. I mean, he's a shade late, but João Cancelo is a disgruntled man as he goes into the referee's notebook. So Sevilla come forward now, just up and over halfway, gathered just outside their own penalty area, and Sevilla move it intelligently on that right hand side, and again they work it neatly with Sanchez, and Sanchez goes back inside, and it is regathered now for Sevilla, and Nyland will just fist it out to his left hand side and will come once more towards halfway. Regathered now at the back by Barcelona, and it's collected by Pedri and Gundogan in midfield. Romeo has been pretty busy as well of this second half. So Barcelona to you feel out there central midfield, and up by Barcelona at the back, and in the game so far, and it's pushed now towards Robert Lewandowski inside the penalty area, and Sevilla coming away with it. We have the ball now just outside the centre circle, and it's regathered now by Gundogan, who's played really well in the early exchanges of the second half. It's poked round the corner intelligently, and here could be an opportunity for Cancelo, who's picked up a yellow card. Cancelo tries to feed it back inside, couldn't quite do so adequately though. Sevilla have seen the whistle go, and a free kick's been awarded. Xavi, well, his last less than half of football here for Barcelona at the helm. Interesting tenure, hasn't it? A fascinating way in which he has been dismissed, and just goes to show nobody's bigger than the football club, are they? So it's launched forwards now for Sevilla. It's flicked on, but flicked on without any great pace or purpose to it. Barcelona now will come away with the ball. Barcelona do gather, and it's a little bit pedestrian. Some of that urgency and pace that we saw at the back end of the first half has just dropped off a little bit. Barcelona now with the ball at the back, and Martinez just feeds it back inside, and it's all Barcelona at the moment. Barcelona once more in possession at the ball just outside the centre circle. Barcelona are playing at walking pace and have the ball in pretty good area with Romeo. Romeo to Lewandowski, who goes down the heap. Is he going to win a free kick for that? Yes, he is. Robert Lewandowski is fouled, and so it is a free kick for Barcelona. And a free kick in a half decent position to 35 yards from goal. Too much, because there was such a strong right shoulder, isn't it, from Nyland in the Sevilla goal. Such a strong right arm, just about is enough to alleviate the danger, at least temporarily, for Sevilla. It's the side of the game for Fermin, who has been definitely a live wire tonight, just hasn't quite been able to key moment, the killer moment, to score Barcelona's second goal. So it is gathered now at the back by Sevilla who regather, and Bacchio will try and collect, and Bacchio was rather running out of his team, in fairness to him. And Barcelona bring it away now with Pedri, and Pedri does gather. Pedri goes to his right hand side. All of a sudden now it's an opportunity for Yamal. Yamal tries to cut it inside towards Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski to Yamal. Yamal now trying to find a way through. Ball breaks for Sevilla, and ball comes out now to the right hand side, and it's gathered by Ocampos, who's trying to make things happen. It's been one of the bright sparks, you feel, Ocampos, for Sevilla tonight. The way in which he's managed to cleverly kind of move it around and take on that Barcelona backline. I mean, there's been a couple of players really, I think really when Bacchio and Nesri and Ocampos all start to move around in unison, it is an impressive backline really for impressive forward line, I should say, for Barcelona to defend with their backline, because Bacchio is so dangerous, Ocampos as well. And the referee has awarded a free kick here, so a free kick will be given. In a half decent position this for Sevilla. Ocampos is the player standing over it. Looks as though Ocampos is going to be the one who wants to take it too, and it is free kick for Sevilla. 5 minutes on the clock. It's going to be a free kick which will be held into the penalty area. There's a height inside the area as well. Ocampos just hangs it up towards the back stick, and I think in the end it was just too many Barcelona bodies back there to alleviate the danger, and they do just that, but the flag is up, and in fact I think the referee stopped play because there's a head injury, so understandably the game has stopped, and it is going to be one of the laws that's come into the game, which really has been very, very beneficial. It's absolutely sensible. It's going to be a free kick here for Barcelona. 55 minutes on the clock. And Sevilla 1, Barcelona 1. Lewandowski's early goal cancelled out by Hernandez. Barcelona have the ball 5 yards to the right hand side of the centre circle. Barcelona now playing at a very casual pace as we enter the final half hour or so of the La Liga season. Romeo trying to up the tempo a little bit, zips it into Lewandowski. Lewandowski to the 16-year-old Yamal. Yamal feeds it on once more to Pedri. Pedri inside the penalty area. Yamal does gather once more to Pedri. Barcelona enjoy themselves, and all of a sudden this fits back to the more experienced Gundogan. He feeds it into the penalty area. Be an opportunity for Barcelona to good delivery into the box, didn't quite come off though. Sevilla and Ocampos will burst away on the right hand side, just over halfway on that right hand side as Ocampos just opened up his palms to say who's with me, who's in support. No one was forthcoming, and Ocampos will just take a wander inside. Ocampos wanted it back, didn't get it back, does get it back now. Ocampos just on halfway, gliding inside, still Ocampos goes to his left hand side and finds Marcao, who came on as a half-time substitute. So he's regathered now by Sevilla, and they've won themselves a free kick a couple of yards in from the touchline on that left hand side. An opportunity to potentially feed the ball into the penalty area. So free kick for Sevilla on that left hand side. Free kick which they will take back inside towards halfway, and is regathered now by Sevilla on that left hand side, but Barcelona nibbling in and regaining possession, and Sevilla have the ball inside the centre circle. Sevilla once more are moving away really nicely with the ball, and all of a sudden it's gathered now by Sanchez. Sanchez on the right hand side. Sanchez tried to feed it into the penalty area, couldn't quite do so, and it is out of play for a throw in. So the ball is played here now for Sevilla once more, and gathered on that right hand side. Sanchez involved, Ocampos as well. Ocampos now will collect. It's 1 yard in from the touchline on the right hand side. Ocampos cuts it back inside, and forward comes Sevilla once more. It's cleverly done by Ocampos, and Ocampos really is at the heart of everything good that Sevilla are doing in the game. Ocampos now will look to zip in across. He does just that. It's too close to Ter Stegen, and so It is out of play. And Barcelona will come away with it with Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski goes a couple of yards to his right-hand side. Now gathered by Barcelona once more. And they have the ball on that left-hand side, and Fermin cutting inside and fancying the striker. Goal! And that is a glorious hit. Barcelona lead by 2-1. He only needs a moment, the young man. And Fermin just cut inside on his right-hand side. He was just outside the penalty area, and he zipped with very little backlift to strike with his right foot into the bottom corner. Nyland might just have got fingertips on it, but there was nothing really that the goalkeeper could do. It's a quality moment for the young man, and a glimpse of Barcelona's future. Mentioned all game that Yamal and Fermin have been really lively, really exciting either side of Lewandowski. And he's had a few opportunities tonight, and he does get his name on the score sheet. Celebrates with his manager Xavi as well, and that is a nice moment because, of course, Xavi is departing the football club at the end of the season. But he just needed a glimpse, didn't he, Fermin? Cut inside, 1 yard outside the penalty area, and he just zipped it with plenty of pace and purpose. And in fact, the goalkeeper doesn't get fingertips on it. When you see the replay, it's just beyond the keeper, Nyland. It's a wonderful goal, it really is. Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2 in the south of Spain. It's a fantastic goal from Barcelona. Fantastic goal from Fermin. Quality he's got. When you look at the fact that he's got 8 goals in La Liga this season, you look at just the liveliness and the ability and the enthusiasm he has for the football club. You feel as though there's more to come from him, as there's an opportunity at the back post for Sevilla, but Ter Stegen was always going to be there and always equal to it. So Xavi is lining up a substitution, and it will be another Barcelona change. It's going to be Barcelona and Xavi who make a change with less than half an hour of the game to play. And as it stands, Xavi's reign at Barcelona is going to end with 4 wins from 4, which wouldn't be a bad return whatsoever, would it? Here come Barcelona once more on that right-hand side. It's moved intelligently by Yamal, and all of a sudden now Barcelona are seeking a third goal in the game, and a third goal which would surely kill him. Collected now by Gundogan feeds it forwards, and Sevilla have the ball just outside their own penalty area, and there's a bit of a melee of players, and then there's going to be a free kick from Sevilla, and it's one they'll take. And Barcelona will feel on the balance of play the fact that they did strike the crossbar a couple of times in the first half, and the fact that they are largely dominant in terms of possession. It's going to be a double substitution. Here's Robert Lewandowski, is going to be one of those 2 players to come off, and Fernan Torres is going to be the player to take his place. And it was a travelling contingent of Barcelona fans who made the trip down to Sevilla tonight. It was a direct train from Barcelona once daily, and it's also going to be a substitution as Yamal, the 16-year-old, is off, and João Felix takes his place. So double substitution for Xavi, double substitution for Barcelona. And the last time that some of these players are going to experience a Xavi pat on the back and a handshake as he comes off. So Barcelona made 3 changes in the game, which was that substitution at half-time with Romeo coming off, and Robert Lewandowski is just having a word with 1 or 2 on the touchline. Regathered now by Sevilla, who are chasing the game. Already chased it once and managed to find a way back into it, and managed to find a way to equalise in the first half through Hernandez. And they do something similar today. They do something similar in this second half. The club that really have enjoyed such good success. Think about the Europa Leagues they've won in recent years. Here is Sanchez just outside the penalty area, and tried to play a nice 1-2. But it didn't quite come off. Luka was in the heart of things for Sevilla. But really, I think it's all about the quality of the strike, isn't it, from Fermin. He just doesn't need a second invitation. When he cut inside on that right foot, he is always going to pull the trigger. And he celebrated with his boss Xavi, which is a nice moment, really, considering departure of the Barcelona legend at the end of the season, which will come in around about 25 minutes or so time. Barcelona in possession, Fermin zips it inside. Barcelona have the ball, as they have done all game really, in plenty of time to work with. Romeo is now there, just outside the centre circle. Romeo does gather. Romeo just feeds it to his left-hand side and finds Martinez. Martinez, 35 yards from goal, flicks it forward. Collected now by Fermin. Fermin tried to poke it forwards again. Could be an opportunity now for the substitute. João Felix inside the penalty area. Goalkeeper makes a really smart save because João Felix have found a yard of space. Strike with his left foot, trying about 11 yards out, just to the left-hand side of the 6-yard box, and just to zip the strike away, but legs of Nyland making the save. Here comes Sevilla. Remains Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2, and Barcelona have the ball at the back with Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, there's two centre-backs, see more of the ball than anyone in the game. Romeo goes back to Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen does gather, and is collected now by Barcelona once more, as they seem to fly up over halfway. Gathered now by Barcelona towards the back post, but quite be kept in play by goal scorer Fermin. It's out of play now for a goal kick for Sevilla. You wonder when you look at the Sevilla side, I mean, how can they find a way back into this? Centres though, the way Luca Bacchio played in the first half, he was causing problems. Of course, the goal came from En-Nesyri. Luca Bacchio, no doubt, really key player. Just the way he managed to cause a couple of problems, and elicited a couple of saves from Ter Stegen in the game. So, Barcelona are in possession just outside the centre circle. Gathered now by Gundogan. Gundogan has the ball, and Romeo will also collect. Romeo now just outside the centre circle. Romeo has the ball, trying to feed it through first time. Instead, Romeo's going to get it back now. Romeo goes to his right-hand side, and Barcelona are building. Barcelona are building once again, ominously from a Sevilla perspective. Gathered by Romeo. Romeo Villa now, just toying with them in the centre. Where they're being played, and Barcelona are moving it very neatly indeed on this left-hand side. Barcelona now will have the opportunity to put the ball into the penalty area, and it is Fernan Torres who tries to bulldoze a way through, but can't quite manage to. It's going to be Sevilla who will bring it away. Nyland saw the ball flash across his face, and Sevilla are confidently playing the ball out from the back. 69 minutes on the clock. It is Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2. Second goal scored by Fermin. Barcelona through Romeo. So it is a case, I think, of Barcelona now just really trying to see out this victory and ensure that it is forward to at the helm at Barcelona. Barcelona have the ball on their right-hand side, and Romeo does gather, and Romeo just feeds it back all the way back to his goalkeeper Ter Stegen, and Ter Stegen has all the time in the world. This does feel now like the last 20 minutes or so of the season, doesn't it? Because Barcelona are just passing it around with consummate ease, and Sevilla are in many ways just watching on and trying to pick them off on the counter a little bit. So it is Barcelona with the ball at the back, as they have had the whole game really. Collected on that right-hand side by Pedri. And Pedri goes down, wants a free kick, and he's going to get a free kick. And Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2 needs to score. Goal scored by Robert Lewandowski, who opened the scoring for Barcelona. Misri scored the equalising goal, and then Fermin with the really smart finish with the best goal of the three to make it 2-1. Barcelona coming forwards again, and Barcelona just completely dominant in possession at this moment in time, and they're looking far more likely of scoring a third goal than Sevilla are to finding an equalising goal. It is Barcelona who have the ball on that left-hand side once more, and it's cleverly gathered by Fermin. He opts not to go down. I think he could have gone down and got a free kick. Instead, he sweeps the ball out to the right-hand side and is collected now by Fernan Torres. And all of a sudden, Barcelona have got plenty of bodies forward here. They want a corner kick. Are they going to get it? Yes, they are. So it is collected by Barcelona for the corner. Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2 is the score, and it's going to be Barcelona with a corner kick. It's 20 minutes left to play. Barcelona with a corner on that right-hand side, to a half-decent area. Sevilla, though, with bodies back there to alleviate the danger, and it's helped forward now on that right-hand side for Barcelona. Fired forward for Barcelona once again, collected right on halfway. Barcelona will move forward now on their left-hand side. Gathered by Barcelona and Romeo. Romeo just wedges the ball out to his right-hand side. It's keeping now for Barcelona with less than 20 minutes to play. Regathered now by Barcelona and Martinez. Martinez zips it into midfield. It's given away rather carelessly, and Sevilla now will come away with the ball. Luca Bacchio can always make things happen. Luca Bacchio now for Sevilla goes on the outside on the right-hand side. Luca Bacchio on the right-hand side manages to hang up the cross, but eventually goes out of play for a goal kick. So what was a very, very exciting first half is in truth paving the way for a rather less exciting second half. The goal from Fermin, which is an absolutely magnificent goal, wasn't it? Just fired it away into the corner. Real demonstration of his talent. It was, apart from that, has been, apart from that, a pretty patchy second half. I mean, I think at this stage in the season, a lot of the players, their minds are already on the beach, and you can understand really at the end of a long season when you get the final game on the Sunday night, and really Barcelona know they'll finish second no matter what happens this evening, and some of those players, a lot of those players will be involved in the summer in terms of the European Championships that have been played in Germany, America, and the US and Mexico. So there's no doubt that that will be in the minds of some of these players. And Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2 is the score. 15 minutes left to play, and Barcelona have the ball with Romeo. Romeo tries to flip the ball forward, looking for the run of João Felix. Might come off for him, but João Felix and Fernan Torres have been busy since coming on. It's round the corner once again for Sevilla. Barcelona have it, and it's flicked up towards halfway, but pretty adequately so. Barcelona now getting a little bit sloppy. I think they think that they've wrapped this one up, even though the score is only 2-1. It's still time for Sevilla to get back in this and get a point on the board and stop the rot in terms of how their season's finished. With 3 defeats on the bounce coming into this one. Effort on goal is a pretty good one, and Ter Stegen with an outstretched arm just palms it away. But it's definitely an opportunity for Sevilla, and Ter Stegen with an outstretched right arm. I think it might have been one for the cameras actually, if truth be told. As the strike come in, Ter Stegen just opened up the palm and helped it over the crossbar. Corner kick then for Sevilla, which Luca Bacchio will take. Luca Bacchio with the corner kick then for Sevilla. into a dangerous area and hoisted towards the back post and came back off the post. The ball remains in play and eventually it's squirmed over the crossbar, and Sevilla can't believe it, because that's 2 occasions that Barcelona have struck the woodwork in the game and 2 occasions where Sevilla have struck the woodwork in the game. It's been one of those contests, hasn't it? And Sevilla are asking the question. I think there was 1 or 2 things happening inside the penalty area. Campos is leading the dialogue, but no penalty, nothing untoward according to the officials. So here come Barcelona on that right hand side. Barcelona have the ball again. And Barcelona have it through Romeo. Romeo gathered now. Split forward for Barcelona inside the penalty area. Angle's pretty tight, across the face of goal, and somehow Barcelona have failed to make it 3-1. They really should have done, because they moved the ball really intelligently inside the penalty area. Koundé was there forward from the back and he just couldn't get the touch, and there's a shot of Xavi on the touchline in his final 15 minutes or so. He's just shaking his head, and he would have rather fancied this Barcelona performance to end up rather more comfortable than it did. It was Gundogan who posted it forward towards Ferran Torres, and Torres crossed the face of goal and just couldn't quite finish it. Koundé. It was a nice idea with the run, no doubt about that. It's just Vitor Roque is going to come on now for Barcelona, and the young player with bags of quality is coming on for the Catalan club. So it's going to be to go off, and Vitor Roque, the young Brazilian, to come on. So Barcelona got a little bit of defending to do here as Sevilla are coming forwards, and Luka Bacchio been very dangerous in the game, hasn't he? Luka Bacchio really dangerous in terms of just the presence that he's had and the pace and the power, and a couple of moments where he's worried Ter Stegen, I think. Vitor Roque, 19 years of age, 20 till next February. Was a really key player for Leo Hernandez in Brazil before making the move to Barcelona. Doubt he's still got a big future in the game. No doubt about that at all. Vitor Roque. So many young players, talented young players that come through South American football and to the big leagues in Europe. It doesn't always happen straight away. So 12 minutes left to play, and there's going to be now a substitution for Sevilla. So the players just taking a little drinks break. Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2. Just joining us. Goals scored in the first half by Robert Lewandowski and then Nasri. Then very good goal by Fermin to give Barcelona the advantage and wrap things up in the contest in terms of his participation, because he was substituted shortly afterwards. Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2 is the score, and Barcelona probably pretty good value for the advantage, although you'd have to say that it's been a case of Barcelona riding their luck at times and being unlucky at times, in the sense that they had those 2 opportunities that struck the crossbar, struck the woodwork I should say, one at the post, one at the crossbar, and Sevilla also struck the woodwork a couple of times. So it is very much a case of what might have been for both clubs, and well, there's a glorious atmosphere inside this ground because it is the final minutes of the season, really. Manu Bueno is the player who's going to come on for Sevilla. So Manu Bueno is coming on with just over 10 minutes of the game to play, the 19-year-old. He's got a lot of quality, and I know he's highly thought of in this part of Spain. It's also going to be another substitution for Sevilla. Just exactly, I think it is going to be Mariano Diaz to come on. Indeed, players more like. One of the players that could really make things happen. Seems as though there was just that bit of quality that perhaps Sevilla had been missing tonight that Lukaku could provide, and certainly his pace in the first half was a real problem, wasn't it, for Barcelona. And so the double substitution has taken place, and it is Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2. Lukaku off and Mariano is coming on, confirmation of that substitution. And I think that just the atmosphere inside this ground just goes to show that every minute of La Liga action does matter. And you know, Sevilla in the final 10 minutes of the season won't want to lose a game. They won't want this to end with them going down 2-1. They'll feel as though they showed enough in the contest to get something from it. Barcelona then just over halfway. Barcelona coming forwards on that right hand side, and they have the ball collected now on that right hand side once more. It's gathered by Barcelona again. Will they keep it in play just by the corner flag? No, they won't. Just going to go out and play for a goal kick for Sevilla. Season for Sevilla that has been very disappointing, and no doubt they will expect far more in the seasons to come, because they are a football club that in recent years, I mean, they've just had so much success. I think you come to expect more success, and it becomes that kind of prophecy, doesn't it? And I think just look at some of the trophies they've won. I mean, incredible. Just the fact that they've won these European trophies and the Europa League trophy. I mean, really just unbelievable run they had, wasn't it? Really, 2006 when they first lifted the trophy, 2023. I mean, 7 titles. It was absolutely unbelievable when they won it 2006, 2007 back-to-back, then 14, 15, 16 back-to-back. I mean, that was something else. And then they won it in 2020, and last season, incredible, really. I mean, they've only won La Liga once, to put that into context. That was way back in 1946. And they do a quite a bit of praise to their name, but performance in the Europa League that absolutely impressing. When you look at these statistics, the club, and you look at these statistics of what they've done over the years. As for the here and now, it doesn't really feel like they're going to be able to get back into the game, does it? Doesn't really feel like they've had the impetus to make it happen. So we'll wait to see how it ends up. So the ball is looked forward for Sevilla inside the penalty area. It's a good chance now, but the angle was always a little bit too acute in the end, in fairness, and it was the substitute. Mariano has just come on, just couldn't quite manage to wrap his foot around the ball, and home fans are really making their voices heard in this one. They really are. They're enjoying the final stages of the La Liga season, urging their side on to get a goal, and it is going to be a corner kick which Pedrosa will take. Pedrosa now going to take it left-footed, the corner kick, into a pretty decent area, and ball's back now with Campos on that right-hand side. It's one inside another corner, and that's just G'd up the crowd even more. Came off Pedri, and there's another opportunity now for Sevilla to get the ball into the penalty area. It's been that kind of contest, that kind of game where I feel as though there's still goals in this game. Towards the back post it goes. There's a mass of bodies who fall in a heap inside the confines of the penalty area. They're asking for a penalty as well. I don't think they're going to get it. Sergio Ramos, as ever I should say, involved. The referee has, I think, done really well tonight. Not interested at all. Of course, it's a VAR check, so it's not going to be something that the referee's going to tolerate. I don't think players surrounding him like that. Sevilla wants a penalty kick. There's a lot of pushing and shoving inside the penalty area, wasn't there? But, referee could make head or tail of that one, so I'm sure there is going to be a penalty. We will wait to see. So in comes for Cancelo as Xavi makes another substitution. We are into the final stages of the game, and it could be another good chance of Barcelona, but Nyland's starting position was really impressive. And Hector Ford is on 17 years of age, and born in Barcelona, in the youth ranks at the football club. Wonderful opportunity to get some minutes under his belt here tonight then. Sevilla have the ball in the centre of the circle, but it is gathered now by Barcelona. Barcelona have it once more. It's regathered quickly by Barcelona, and Pedri collect, but Sevilla back in possession. Possession changing hands really readily indeed. Could be an opportunity now for Sevilla on the right hand side. They do regather the ball 35 yards from goal. Collected now intelligently by Sanchez, and pass the ball around really neatly indeed. Eventually the ball comes as far as Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen will very comfortably roll it out, and that is a case of Barcelona just being dominant in terms of how they present themselves at the back. They haven't really allowed too much. Of course, there was the goal from En-Nesyri, and there was the moments of Luka Bacca in the first half, but in fairness, it's been all Barcelona in terms of what they had on the pitch, especially when Yamal, Lewandowski and Lopez were out on that pitch as the front three. That's really where you felt the game was most dynamic, really. Most excited. Sevilla coming forwards, and they're still seeking this second goal. And there will be plenty of added on time at the end of the 90, I think, because there's just drinks breaks and plenty of substitutions and some of the sides. So it's an opportunity, I think, for Sevilla to still believe they can. Down the line, it's a little bit too thick, and I think that's just it's just really a sign of what's happened for Sevilla in the second half. It just hasn't really come forward for them. It hasn't really been their kind of game, and it's just been very difficult for them to make anything happen. And Sergio Ramos and Vitor Roque involved in a little bit of a skirmish, and Sergio Ramos, the veteran, just giving Vitor Roque bit of an adjustment with his right shoulder. The challenges are still coming in thick and fast in the game. Let's see how much added on time there'll be at the end of the 90. I think there'll be a decent chunk, and it remains Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2. So it is going to be collected now by Barcelona inside the centre circle, and Romeo goes to his left-hand side to Barcelona as it stands, and Barcelona just about edging it in terms of possession in the second half as well. 7% possession, so they see the third goal in the game. Might get the third goal as well inside the front lines of the penalty area, and it's collected once more by Barcelona. Now fizz forward again, and it's a little bit scrappy from both sides. Gathered now by Sevilla, and if Sevilla want to find a second goal in this game and a point and an equalising goal, they've got to just use the likes of a Campos. And really, since Luka Bacca's gone off, they've really lacked the impetus and the quality, I think, and the width and the pace to really trouble Barcelona. Might come here though. Sevilla have the ball on that left-hand side, working neatly just outside the fringes of the penalty area. Pedrosa involved. All of a sudden he's back now with the effort from range, but it was a very, very speculative effort. Bueno, the 19-year-old, couldn't resist his he saw his name up, didn't he? The opportunity to build a hero on the final day of the season, final few minutes of the season as well. So maybe sort of pirouette Sergio Ramos, which the crowd very much enjoyed. And we are now to stoppage time at the end of the 90. Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2. shunned. Barcelona have it once more with an effort goal, potentially by João Felix, to go short instead. Gundogan feeds it to his left-hand side, and Barcelona got bodies inside the penalty area, played it up towards the back post, come through initially, at least for Barcelona. Now the effort on goal flashes past the upright, and it's here with the effort, and it goes wide, and so it remains Sevilla 1, Barcelona 0, and Xavi still marking tactical instructions from the touchline. The real mark of a pro, isn't it? Impressive as he been, with just how much he's really given his football club. I mean, over the years, in so many different manners, in so many different ways, and I think it's just a sense really of where Barcelona are, that didn't have the patience to give Xavi another season. And there's going to be a substitution now for Sevilla. Velez is coming off Nesri. So final substitution of the game for Sevilla. And we're doing this, not exactly how much added on time. I think it's going to be 3 or 4 minutes, but we do await to see. So on is Velez, the 20-year-old for Sevilla, Rosario Central man. And it is Barcelona who are protecting this 2-1 lead. 5 allocated minutes at the end of the 90. And it has been an entertaining, certainly the first half was a really, really entertaining game. It's quite worked out for Sevilla in terms of finding an equalising goal. Might do now, they're right at the end of the contest, but Barcelona sweep it away for a throw, and they have the ball just outside the penalty area in Barcelona once more. It's gathered now by Ocampos. Ocampos has been a bright spark, hasn't he, for Sevilla, and Sevilla is still asking the questions, still knocking at the door, but Barcelona on the counter might want to wrap things up here. Barcelona have bodies forward, all of a sudden the runners are coming thick and fast. Let's fizz that now to the left-hand side. An opportunity now for Barcelona. It is Romeo, and all of a sudden it's gathered now by Vitor Roque. It goes inside. Vitor Roque cuts inside to Pedri, and Pedri goes to Gundogan. And Gundogan has got an opportunity to go back to Pedri. And Pedri feeds it to his left-hand side. This key for Barcelona, and they're enjoying this in the last couple of minutes. And the Sevilla fans know probably that the game is up for them. And once again, it's Pedri who has it. And now Pedri's in possession, and Gundogan goes to his left-hand side, and Gundogan once again, and Gundogan's inside now for Barcelona, but the final pass was a pretty poor one. So it is Barcelona who've got some defending to do in the final minute or so of the game, and it's going to be a free kick for Sevilla, a free kick which they will manage to launch into the penalty area, and free kick which will represent really their last opportunity of the game, you feel. And so it is Barcelona who've got some defending to do, and Sevilla are asking 1 or 2 questions, and I think it's the referee going to go to his notebook. I don't think he is, he's just bringing out the magic. Well, it's a free kick for Sevilla on the right-hand side, 45 yards from goal. Sergio Ramos and others is forward. We brought out the spray just to mark the exact position of the ball. Just showed a yellow card then in the final seconds of the season for Ocampos for complaining. I mean, Ocampos has a little sarcastic nod on the head, and it is going to be a free kick then for Sevilla. And Pedrosa will fling it forward, and Pedrosa pokes it forwards once more. Sevilla are in possession. Sevilla have the ball on the right-hand side. Ball then swept into the penalty area towards the back post, beyond everyone, and fairly harmless this as Barcelona come forwards once more. Barcelona gather the ball, attempting to gather the ball on that right-hand side. Sevilla come forwards now. Free kick's been given to Barcelona. Sevilla aren't happy whatsoever. Played the allocated 5 minutes at the end of the 90, and we await to see exactly how much additional time the referee is going to add on. But it looks as though Barcelona are going to give the season going to finish the season, I should say, in second, and Sevilla 14th. A very, very disappointing campaign Scoreboard then. So, Sevilla 1, Barcelona 2. And Barcelona have the ball at the back. Ter Stegen launches it long. And it is the final dying embers of what has been an absolutely tremendous La Liga season, because it's been very
You